that Joel Embiid is taking because of his upset stomach in the runs in Game 2.
You have to use that word. Like, you realize I'm here, right?
I'm just saying, it's the runs. What do you want me to
It's
say? I
gross,
mean,
Stephen A.
Well, it's gastroenteritis. There's a name for it.
Whatever. The point is, we all had it, all right? It ain't foreign to any of us,
We haven't
okay?
had gastroenteritis.
Keep going.
Have you ever had gastroenteritis?
You guys are gross. Go.
That's number one. Number two, then we heard, obviously he looked a bit sluggish there, I say, and ill-prepared to play in Game 4. Texan coach Brett Brown, 9 hours before the game, 9 hours. All right? That's for Joel Embiid. So with all of that chirping that's been going on about him and Kawhi just giving it to them, shooting 61% from the field, 46% from three-point range, average, Lord have mercy. He's just giving it to them, right? Let me tell you something right now. The Sixers got to step up. I promise you this. I think they'll lose tonight. I think we go in 7. But if I'm wrong and the Raptors lose tonight, they ain't going back to Canada for a Game 7. I promise you that. Sixers going to close them out Thursday night at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia if they win tonight. So the question is, what can you do tonight? Tobias Harris, 33% from the field, 25% from three-point range. Give me something, brother. Give me something. You can ball. We need you to ball. Ben Simmons, former #1 overall pick in the draft. Special talent, a jump shot away from being LeBron James, part 2. 10, 7, and 4. Come on, bro. We need more. Joel Embiid, enough with the damn excuses. Enough with the excuses. Handle your business. Jimmy Butler needs help, which is why he called you out. In the end, Max, the bottom line is this. If the Sixers lose this game, they still got Game 6. As far as I'm concerned, if the Raptors lose this game, there is no Game 7. They go home after Game 6. This game is must for the Raptors.
No, that's clearly wrong. Look, I know why you would say, I think the rational thought would be you got to defend home, right? Game 5, pivotal, you defend home. No, we've seen that both teams can win on the road. So Raptors could lose this game and win the next 2. Easy, as a matter of fact. They could easily win the next 2. The team that needs a pivotal game like this more in a series like this is, in fact, not the home team when they've both shown that they can win on the road. The team that needs it more is the inferior team, and that's the 76ers. In fact, it is the Raptors who have underperformed. Kawhi has had almost no help at all. But you just said it, Stephen A. Lord have mercy what this man is doing. Stephen A., what is Kawhi primarily known for? When you think Kawhi Leonard, what do you think first?
Kawhi Leonard?
Yep.
Sensation.
Defense. I think defense.
When I think
Kawhi Leonard, and maybe that's changing now, but what jumps to mind is, where does he rank among the greatest defensive players of all time, right? Like, we've seen Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen on those Bulls teams. We said of the great non-centers, where does he rank all time? Near the top? At the top? Is he the greatest defender ever? He's like right in that conversation. And yet on offense, he's given them 32 points a game through these playoffs on 59% from the field, 50% from 3. The highest PER of anyone he's the most efficient offensive player in these playoffs, including Kevin Durant and everybody else. Offense #1, Kawhi. That's not even what he's known for. That's not even his better side of the ball.
I really wish you would stop bringing up KD because KD has to share. Kawhi does not.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm not talking about volume. Brother, I'm talking about efficiency. KD is not dribbling into a double team every time because you can't leave Steph and Clay. Team strategy is, let's see KD beat us by 2 instead of those guys beat us by 3. Now, KD is such a baller, he can beat you by 2, sometimes even if you're counting by 3. Kawhi is the focal point of the entire defense, and he's more efficient than Durant. He's been the best offensive player in these playoffs, and that's not even his calling card. It's the defense. He is the best player in this series. His team is going to win as a result. The Sixers need Game 5 as a result.
Well, first of all, the KD Kawhi discussion, we can get in at a later date because when you know basketball, you understand rhythm is very, very pivotal. And the fact of the matter is you have to share the wealth as opposed to having the ball in your hands and being able to do what you want as a number one option at all times. It's a little bit different, but that's a discussion we can have later on in the show. Let me tell you this. When you use the word could, in other words, you were saying, Stephen A., you're wrong. Well, this could happen. Well, you know what, Max? I could afford to lose some weight. So could you. You understand what I'm saying? Let's see
So
whether or not we
I'm
do
working
that.
on
Okay.
it.
So I have worked on it. You see me. But here's the deal, baby. The bottom line is that we talking about what could, but I'm telling you what I believe. And I believe, Max, that if the Raptors lose tonight, they ain't going. The Sixers ain't going back to Canada. They ain't going to have to go through customs again, all right? It's a wrap. The Raptors won a Game 7. They got to win. Hey, listen, even they could come back. Listen, the Raptors have a better chance of winning Game 6 if they win Game 5 than if they lose Game 5. If the Sixers regain the momentum.
Why do you say that? Wait, why do you say? It seems to me you're saying whoever wins Game 5 will win Game 6.
No. What yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, but I wasn't thinking about it along those lines. I'm simply saying that if the Sixers win Game 5, they'll have the momentum, and unlike Game 4, they will not lose it twice at the Wells Fargo Center. Toronto doesn't win tonight, they get closed out Thursday night.
Here's the problem, and we'll get into this
later.
later on. Kawhi Leonard does not have a pulse. And I don't mean that like he's dead under pressure. I mean ice water in his veins. You think the other team has momentum? That means something to Kawhi Leonard?
That means something to everybody but Kawhi.
Don't mean anything.
I don't think he'll have help. I don't think he'll have help.
He's officially my favorite player. I love people that move in silence, and he is doing that like a pro, making 87% of open shots for his teammates.
You love people that move in silence? Jalen? Silence? Oh, no.
What does my husband have to do with this?
Okay, I'm just saying.
You like people, your favorite people.
That's what I'm saying.